Enuanom Ghana for Michicha Muina, second for bonus on my Bashia, on also sa Otimubi, and day of the criminal division of the Accra High Court in Sensemina, Asansu P. About Aya Ofosu Ampofo, Kwaku Baohen, in Sensemon Kokanye, and a air quote Asansu Baby you. Asan Sensemi, a shall say January 2020. And a guso about to me opening case as a Siam Nemocracy, and do your master's opening case no. No more opening case, no more catcher, Ofosu Ampofo, Nene, Cabinet Sentinel. On find a witness statement and bra concerning in summer. Okay, can not to me defending no home. Omo yeah, Ofosu Ampofo and to me and unity TMPA. And I'll find who di. And as a see on the cabinet, lawyer Tony Lita, and I didn't name a car Sentinel. Onya two we see them because when you two major surgeries, sir. Any major surgery. I know in one ton and a court na friend because of that, Yes, so you be a friend post surgery clotting. And in terms of flying medical US abroach mems a minor surgery. Some animal can say they were not two major surgeries. Because of that, to me back court to me be one. Now one man justice Samuel a serious a car sentinel. The case here, a chapa papa ye, a chapan, until no man. A friend is saying on the 30th of May, 9:30 a.m. Pepe. Umbra court on number one asem, and yes, Sana Sawamba. Case is closed. Only who can my buana sembium. Tenanum Ghana for instance, more 50 mupan yet to say they are trying their always a means to delay the case from moving forward. That's the same thing with Kwaku Baohen. Now, says some more kind of crimes in 50 minutes, Chemucha said, and some more kind of echo Israel. Forensic search and as a forensic analysis, Amamucha said, a woman or more years and as a woman of Cassan Quasam to cause havoc in the country. We say, Amamuka said they are trying always a means to escape justice. The non Ghana for instance, Beneco in Sensem Munche Mumbra, Madame.
Security forces against a party has never happened in the history of Ghana. I have gone to my elections. You know, most of you. It is always either MPP group against NDC group slugging it out, and then the police showing a little bias here and there. But for you to see the level of deployment, the sheer numbers, the firepower, and of course the fact that these were not trained security personnel. We picked intelligence very late the previous night when they went and recruited people from the organization came, rushed to Sanko where we were training people to come and tell us, me and Jay Blanson and others, the kind of weapon that they distributed, what happened in Adogoshi, the people they picked them there. So we pick all these things. And we have some of our colleagues and people there. And the plan they were hatching, and the extent to which they wanted to go. If you have all this information, we thought that if they would be unleash violence, it would be late in the evening when they realize they are not winning and they want to use. In fact, they did everything, including printed ballot boxes, which were going to be put in military peace corps and others in the heat of the day. When they come and they want to, as if they want to restore violence, they pick it and then we had all those information. So we thought that look, this thing will go late. So let's watch how it begins. Some of our security guys, I don't want to mention them, I mean, they tried to put some teams together. But when the thing started, the rate at which it came. In fact, if you were with me, when I went to the Lagos hospital and saw the blood flow and the life-threatening injuries, and I was getting call from Bawaleshi, from Abelempe, from East Legon, it's like coordinated. So when I saw this thing and the calls were coming, I thought that look, this thing was coordinated, and if we are not careful, the level of casualties we cannot handle. So I spoke with one or two of our intelligence couples, and they said, oh, let's wait till about 9:30 and see how the situation. When I got to the PC stand, the house was chaotic. the blood flow, the everything. The PC himself, before I could get him, I had to go through the hall, go to another hall, go to the third place. And the whole place was choked. And the cry of our party people was that, look, we can't do this election because we don't want to die. And there was pressure on me. So I called here, and unfortunately, around the same time, one of us came with me. So we had to do some consultation with the candidate and then weigh the options and see. We were not in the state of preparedness to call for even reinforcement from anywhere because, as Captain Hassan said, how do you call people with bare hands to go and face this force? Any intelligent person will say that, let's weigh the option. This is a by-election. When we even win the seat, it doesn't make any. Why should they slaughter people? Because the tendency was that hawks were being unleashed into the constituency. And their determination is to mow them down, as many as possible, to let the hawks and others know that, look, you are nothing. So why can't we prevent that? At the same time, there was mixed communication about the number of deaths. And it was all over the place that already 2 people were dead. And as a party leader, how do I encourage people to go and face this fire and die? So I had no option. That is why I was tactical in saying that we are withdrawing our party agent. Because you see, we are not in charge of the elections. We can't stop the election. People who are leaving their homes to go and vote, I don't have control over them. I can't ask them not to go. But I had control over people that I have deployed as party people. And they were under attack. And so the best I can do is that, and they were in various places, I did not know what was happening to them. And so once I have a fair idea of what was happening, to save them, the best thing is to record them and bring them to a center where we can either brief them and decide whether to go back or not to go back. So, my brothers and sisters, it was a very, very difficult decision. Again, at the same time, we also thought that if we continue this election to the end and we win, the violent aspect will be swept aside. If we also lose, we have gone through the full hog. So the discussion will be normal electoral violence. So tactical withdrawal was to then place the issue in proper context so that every focus will be on what the government will do. And that is what we have largely succeeded in achieving. Because you see, for the first time, UND, they have never waded into this issue. EU delegation had called one of our senior comrades and said that, look, they are going to rethink their funding of the 2020 election. Because EU is a major stakeholder in terms of funding. And that we can then push for proper. And my worry a little was the fact that in situations like this, you may disagree with the decision, but you don't have to challenge leadership decisions. And in the middle of this, some people decided we should counter this process. For me, it was the most unfortunate thing that happened. Because when our people are being mowed down and they are being killed, and leadership has given a certain direction, you need to. There was pressure on me from some angles that I should change the process. I said, I will never change the process. I spoke with a lot of people that said, this is a decision that I believe is in the interest of the party. Vehemently opposed to it, but when who has started reflecting on the whole process, there are people who come here to initially we were angry with you. But I mean, you have Chief Soccer in our meeting saying, Chief, thank you. I say, why? He said, if you are not taking this decision, I don't know how my men would have gone back. The issue is that they had brought the Kandahar boys. And the Kandahar boys know our boys from Tamale. So it was a targeted, attack. So once they spot you, they invite them, so they would have done it. And then around that time, people were so defenseless, and they have packed themselves in pickups. And so cordon off and harming them was very, very easy. And they had not anticipated all these things coming. So it hasn't been easy. But for me, how we take the battle from here is most critical. It's a question of mind game that we have come to play. We need, I was here because I thought that I should come and lift your spirit up and let you know that it was not a cowardice decision at all. It was a strategic decision which will benefit us, the security and future survival of our country. So first of all,